Today I'm going to give you guys a couple tips on how to be the best support player in CS2. There's a lot of things that I see up in the higher ranks in face level 10 that people don't really understand about throwing nades or helping teammates. So I'm going to go and explain some of these tips so you guys can definitely perform a lot better in your CS2 games if you are a support player. Maybe you just like to bait. I'm going to show you guys some tips on how you can actually effectively bait and still help your teammates. But before I show you guys some of these tips, if you guys want any cool skins like I have in my inventory right here, make sure you guys check out the sponsor of this video, Skins Monkey.
Skins Monkey is a CS2 skins trading site and marketplace that provides an instant way to get new skins. My favorite thing about Skins Monkey is that I can trade skins that I no longer want and trade it for a skin that is equal value. If you use code LouisCS2, you get a $5 bonus on your first trade. If you want to buy skins, you can get a 30% deposit bonus plus an extra 5% using my code. The link is down in the description.
So the first tip I have for you today is about this grenade that I have in my hand right here, and that is how to efficiently throw a flash. Now I could break down in many different ways, and I will later in the tips, but the most important thing about throwing a flash as a support player is that your teammate should never have to ask for the flash, and I'll show you an example. So let's say, for example, we're flashing over A, and my teammate gets to bottom stairs. Now, he can sit here and, do whatever he wants, but I want my teammate to really focus on his aim because I want him to swing anyone playing in this area and just frag them instead of trying to communicate. So the best thing for me as a support player is what I can do towards ramp. I can identify that he's scaling and either at a perfect time or maybe he's getting flashed so I have to wait. All I have to do and say to him is that, hey, I'm flashing over stairs. Now, when you do that, this player can either think like, oh, there's like 3 guys here. I don't want to take the fight. He doesn't actually have to peek with the flash. Or he knows that, hey, I'm up here taking space. You're flashing for me. Great. And then boom, he's going to swing and frag out on these guys that are full blind. It is very important to know this because a lot of people will sit there and ask like, hey, I can throw this flash or I can do this flash, right? Another example is if my teammate is running up cat, let's say I'm top box and we took mid. Instead of me saying like, hey, I can flash cat for you, it's just, hey, I'm flashing cat. And then in his mind, he has so many different options because he can sit here and swing con, thinking that this cat guy might be blind to take this fight on the con guy. Or he might simply just swing and scale and kill this guy up cat. So usually the person that is making space does know this, if they are that aggressive and, highly skilled and experienced in Counter-Strike. But my biggest pet peeve right now when I am playing my games is that people will sit there and ask for a flash. Just, hey, I can flash this for you or I can flash this for you. But in reality, what should be happening is that this support player should literally just be calming and identifying what is happening and just saying, hey, I'm flashing this. Or if I see my teammates scaling towards spawn, hey guys, I'm flashing spawn to your left. You don't have to turn. Boom. Because once these guys start asking, hey, can I flash this for you? Oh yeah, sure, do it. Like it's already too late. It's all about timing. So if you are trying to be a support player, try to just identifying the situation and just throwing flashes instead of having to ask if the teammate wants that flash thrown. Now, the next tip I have for you is still talking about flashbangs, but it's how to efficiently use them in a way that you guys usually don't use a flashbang. Now, a good example of this is, let's just say I'm on CT side and the T's are running out ramp. And for example, my teammate is stuck on default and I'm connector and I have to flash for them. Now, a lot of the times you guys might think like, oh, I'm just going to flash over default for my teammate because I think that's the best way to do it. But you're actually wrong. If these T's are running out ramp and I need to flash for my teammate default, I'm literally just going to throw a flash at default because these guys are going to run out and they're going to see the flash and they're going to have to like turn. The most important thing about this flash is that my teammate can actually peek before it even pops. So he can catch these T's either like running away, trying to hide from the flash, or he can catch them running towards default and turning. And we call this a wall flash. And there's a lot of ways that you can efficiently use a flash like this. The T's are running up cat and maybe my teammate is sitting behind this pillar for some odd reason and I'm rotating in. The best flash that I could throw is if I throw a really good one is front of the pillar, and when it pops he can actually just swing with the flash while these T's running up see the flash. They know they have to turn, they're turning from the flash and my teammate is just farming them. And then once he starts shooting, the T's can look at where he is and then they're going to be full blinded by this flash. You can also use it on T side, for example. If I somehow lurk out ramp and I have a teammate in Palace, I can throw a wall flash just like this against this wall. And then he can swing and kill the CT guy without even having to turn from this flash. While this guy in CT is like, oh man, there's a flash there. I have to turn from it, and then boom, easy round. I don't see a lot of people using objects to play around and flash, so this is definitely something that would actually work in the lower ranks just because a lot of people like to just hold W at you, and flashes like this can really just catch them off guard. Like if I have a teammate on triple, I can just throw a flash like this in front of triple, and my teammate can just sit here and peek with the flash while, obviously all these T's have to turn from it. Now, there is a lot of scenarios to use this flash, and I really recommend going into a server and just really working on how you could throw flashes in different situations, probably more of the most common ones, but that's something that is a high level trick that a lot of you guys probably aren't doing as a support player. Now, this next tip is very important if you're low on numbers and maybe you don't have nades and you have to be the second entry or maybe try to trade someone on like an entry route. And I'm going to show the example on Cat. Now, a lot of times in my games, people love to literally just be shoulder to shoulder, and that's really bad because if I have someone here on this off angle, he's just going to spray both of us down if we just both peek shoulder to shoulder at the same time. Now, one thing that you need to teach your entry fragger is the term dragging the crosshair. And what this means is that if we have an idea that someone's playing in this area, or maybe this guy likes to, play on this off angle on Cat, your entry wants to wide swing him. And the reason is because it's going to drag this guy's crosshair. And then you are going to peek once he's, maybe 2 to 3 bodies away from you. And you will either kill him because this guy's whiffing, or you're going to trade him. Now, if you're way too close together, there's really no dragging of the crosshair because you're both going to be around his crosshair. Main goal is that you want to get this guy's crosshair far from the angle that you're going to be trading from. So then he has to snap back to you, and it's a lot harder for him to obviously readjust his crosshair and his spray to get a double kill because you don't want anyone to multi-kill ever or at all. Now, there's also a lot of different places for this as well. Like if we know someone's in jungle, this guy wants to hard swing and wide swing. So then when this guy's back into connector, which would be you because you're the trade fragger, you would obviously, swing when he's 2 to 3 bodies away. So then this guy is sitting here dragging his crosshair trying to fight, and then all of a sudden he has to re-aim and adjust to you. And I see, again, a lot of people in my face level 10 plugs, they love to just be literally shoulder to shoulder, and they'll just wide swing somewhere, then all of a sudden they get multi-killed and they're complaining that something didn't happen, when in reality it's actually just their fault because they have no idea on actually how to trade frag. And sometimes as a support player, you do have to trade frag if you do go low on numbers, or if maybe you're low on utility and maybe your low HP teammate wants to throw the nades, which is perfectly okay. But those are all the tips I have for you guys today. So if you guys think I missed anything, make sure you guys comment down below. I respond to all your comments and I appreciate all the criticism that you guys give me. Make sure you guys smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for some daily CS2 content. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.